Hey there everyone, Pally here, and welcome back. It's time for kind of a Star Citizen video, but also kind of a channel update. We're going to talk a little bit about 3.0, where I'm going with the channel, why there's been a lack of content for the last month, and a few other things. I'm also trying very hard not to say here, so we'll see how this goes. We're trying to improve, we're trying to get better. So you'll have noticed pretty clearly if you've been on the channel, there's not been anything since, well, for about 4 weeks now. And that's mostly because of work. You don't care about my job, I realize this. But it was just a very rough 2-month period at work. By the time I got home, I was just burned out. Even on the weekends when I normally put my videos together, I was mostly just recouping if I wasn't actually working. So that kind of just drained any effort I had to put into the YouTube videos. If I was going to game, it was just going to be something I enjoyed playing, something I was going to play for myself. Which brings me to another part of the reason Star Citizen content has been light. Something I learned a while ago when I first tried to put out a Star Citizen video without Star Citizen footage in the background. That is, even if you have understandable reasons, and I consider the fact that there's no new content for Star Citizen to be an understandable reason. Even with those reasons, people don't generally care. Anywhere from 1/3 to 1/2 of the comments are going to be people talking about how the gameplay isn't what they came here to see. They didn't come to a Star Citizen video to see Elite Dangerous. They didn't come to a Star Citizen video to see whatever else. Hollow Knight, I think some of them were, it doesn't really matter what games they were. And I understand that, I do. You click on a video with a certain expectation. But I have to ask people who are watching this video, how many of you are still playing 2.6.3 at all? I've gone through, I've done basically all the content that is available in the current build of the game, and without actually going back in, like I was forcing myself to play it. The last few videos, I was like, alright, I gotta go back in. Well, let's see here, we'll boot up this ship, we'll throw some random guns on it, fly it around for 20 minutes, I'll run around Star Marine for 10 minutes, and boom, boom. But I was forcing myself to play a game I didn't actually want to play in order to make content for the background video. And I'm done doing that. I'm just done doing that. So, combination of work, not wanting to play 2.6.3 build, was basically why the Star Citizen video stopped. The good news now, 3.0 is coming here soon. It is getting pretty darn close. The last 2 schedule updates, it has not slipped back any further. We're still looking at September 4th through 8th for everyone to have access to it. I'm hopeful. I'm going to get in a little bit before that. I've gone out of my way to help on the to help on the support sites, the trouble tickets, in order to hopefully get in before. And the last few big patches I have gotten in with that mid-range of like PTU testers. So you have the Evocati, but then you have, after they open up the Evocati, they do like another PTU version with invited non-Evocati members before they finally release it out to everybody else for the final launch. Whatever that middle one is called is the one I've been in for. So I'm hopeful that possibly by the end of this month I will get in. And with that, obviously 3.0 is going to bring huge amounts of content that I can actually show. Right off the bat, as soon as I have access, get the patcher updated and all of that stuff, within 48 to 72 hours, I'm going to put out an initial impressions video of, here's what I've done, here's what I've experienced, it seems to be doing good here, we're having problems there, all of that stuff. You know, it's not going to be all good, it's also not going to be all bad. I'm going to just be blunt about it. Then, once that's going on, I'm going to continue over the course of time to put out just impression videos, playing around with friends and stuff. We're going to try really hard to have a presence in 3.0. The people I game with, we're going to try and do that if 3.0 is good enough to support it. On top of that, one of the big things I've been doing on my channel for the last few months has been sort of these talks. We talked a little bit about the money going into Star Citizen and some of the perceptions of that. We've talked about the anti-cheat. We've talked about a bunch of different things. A lot of those videos, I'm going to take them, I'm going to archive them. They're not going to get deleted, but they're just going to be marked as outdated and archived. And I'm going to recreate a lot of them. I think I can do them better. And that is going to be what I'm going to try and do. My main goal going forward is every month I'm going to put out 2 good Star Citizen videos. I'm going to write out a script. I'm going to take my time, do a little bit more research and everything, and try to keep it straight to the point and concise. I don't promise that's going to happen. I've said many times, this is a hobby of mine. That's going to be what I'm aiming to do, 2 videos a month like that, plus then just some other freeform videos more like this in between. No promises, but that is going to be my goal once 3.0 comes out. In the short term, the video footage in the background, obviously you've noticed it's not Star Citizen. I'm already breaking what I was saying just a few moments ago. This is Elite Dangerous. So despite work really having sucked, when the Oculus Rift took its price cut, I did pick one up for the $400, and that was the headset, 2 of the sensors, the controllers, plus an Xbox One controller, which doesn't really matter, but all of that stuff for $400. I picked that up, and I've been messing around with it, and I noticed there's not a whole lot of VR coverage on YouTube. I don't know if this is an untapped market, or if it's just not a market that doesn't exist. See, this is sort of a trial run. VR is something you very much have to experience. Watching somebody else play it is not the same thing, and perhaps that is why it doesn't do well on YouTube. But I'm going to experiment a little bit. I have Elite Dangerous here running. I have that Gran gladiatorial game. I have a game called Robot Recall, which is really good. I actually have about 24 VR games at this point. So I want to see how that does. See if there's actually a market there of people looking for that. Because VR is a very interesting concept, at least for me, and I think for a lot of other people, but that initial $800 price tag going back to the Vive and what the Oculus Rift was too much for people to gamble with. And now that it's $400, I think some people might be interested, but they want more information, like they want opinions on if people think it's worth that $400. And that's going to be kind of what I'm going to aim for doing over the next few weeks. We'll see. I don't know. I just don't know if it translates well for YouTube, but we will find that out. And then I have some other things. I've been playing a lot of Escape from Tarkov recently, which is really good. We have Doomfist is now on Overwatch. I got to get back into that. I've been enjoying Necromancer on Diablo. I said again, son of a... Really trying not to do that. There's quite a few other games out there that are worth playing. I'm still trying to finish Hollow Knight, which is another really good one. Boy, too many games, not enough free time. And people want me to play 2.6.3 to capture footage for a game. Yeah, anyway. So, that is where we stand. I want to say welcome to all of the new subscribers. The channel, even over the last month, having not put out a single video, has continued to grow. I'm up about 150 subscribers, which I know is minuscule for a lot of channels. But for my channel, having not put out a video in a month, to be up that number of subscribers is a big deal. So, hello everyone, welcome to the channel, thanks for stopping by. There will be content coming. Star Citizen, though, is kind of in a holding pattern until 3.0 drops. And once that is here, there will be a lot more of it. That's about the best I can promise. So, until then, I'd like to thank you for watching, and this has been Paller. I'll see you next time. I tried a different outro. We'll have to come back and reevaluate that one. Thanks, guys.